The music industry is experiencing a boom right now. For the third year in a row, the music business has seen double-digit growth, according to the Recording Industry Association of America. I still believe that there's room for growth and innovation, particularly in the physical side of the business, but more on that later. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Vince Emma, and I'm a music label owner, record producer, and founder of Valhalla Entertainment, co-founder of Phanatiq, which we'll be actually discussing today. Now, 5 years ago, I thought of an idea, and from that point, I began creating the framework for what would become Phanatiq. Before breaking down what Phanatiq is, it's best for me to show you how it works. For a moment, I need your help. I want you to actually really think about this question I'm about to mention. So, okay, who is your favorite artist at this exact moment? So just think about it for a second. Close your eyes. Do whatever you have to do to think about that now. All right. So now that you actually have who your favorite artist is, now think about the artist that you've bought every album from or have gone to see them on tour every time they stopped at your town. Think about that. Okay. Now that you have that answer, would you say that you're their biggest fan? Yes or no? Okay, so either you said yes or no. Now, if you answered yes, I have a question for you. Is this opinion or fact-based? Because right now, at this very moment, there isn't a way to tell who an artist's biggest fan is. But that's where Phanatiq comes in. Phanatiq is a mobile and web-based application that will gamify the music business. Phanatiq will track and record fans for supporting their favorite artists, and those artists and their managers and labels will get the data. There's no other platform that provides this in the market today. So here's some things Phanatiq will do once the application is live later this year. Now, just to preface this, what you're seeing on screen right now is just a prototype. The final design has not been unveiled yet, but just want to give you an example of how Phanatiq works. Okay, so what you see on screen right now is the home screen. You'll see your profile photo. You'll have a total fan score, which will actually track your total engagement and also support of a particular artist. So let's just say if you like 20 artists, you are huge fans of 50 artists, however many, they will actually be within your profile and they will go towards a total fan score. Now, more on the scores later. As you see in the bottom here, Jay-Z, Cardi B, and Drake. These are some of the artists that I actually personally really love. Now, Jay-Z, for example, I've bought every single one of his albums. Now, if I met him today, I would tell him, hey, I bought every single one of your albums. But guess what? There's no way for him to even verify that. He wouldn't be able to know if I bought every album from him, or whatever the case may be. But let's go on to his actual fan page. So this will be the fan page that an artist or a label can name. So let's just say if you have a fan club name, like Cardi B has Barty Gang or whatever the case may be, that artist could actually choose what their actual brand name is. For sake of argument, Jay-Z's page is just Jay-Z, like Jay-Z fan club page, whatever the case may be. Now, my total score shows up here. So the total score is 12,000 points, right? It shows how many albums I've purchased from him, which albums owned. These could be physical or digital. Shows attended, merchandise owned. So let's just say if Jay-Z and his team connects his Planes brand to this. Let's just say if he purchased, and that's gonna fall in line with the merch. Or let's just say if he wants to just strictly use his own merch or whatever the case may be. Anytime you purchase merch, either directly from the app, on tour, whatever the case may be, it would actually be logged in here in your actual fan page on Phanatiq. Now, you're also going to have a world rank. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be releasing the app only in the US first, and then we're going to move to other countries later. But for the sake of argument, eventually it's going to have a world rank. You're going to also have a rank in your hometown, and you're going to be able to have an actual rank by state. So obviously these selections will be different based off of where you are. So one of the huge things about this is because what's going to happen is that this is powerful for both the fan, which is going to give them incentives to purchase albums again. And then it's going to give them incentive to not only support their favorite artists, and also they can actually get something back. For example, let's just say if Jay-Z said, you know what, I want to give my top 10,000 fans a free ticket to my next show, no matter where they are. He can message me and say, well, you know what? You basically fall into that criteria and you have free tickets. His team can communicate directly with me. Isn't that crazy? Now, obviously, you have social media and ways that a team or an artist team can reach out to an actual fan, but there's no way to verify how they've purchased. So this is going to change that. Now, another thing that's going to happen is liner notes. When I was growing up, I loved liner notes. I loved looking through who produced a song, who wrote a song, whatever the case may be, who engineered it. Like that was types of information that I really loved going through. This app is actually going to have that. So this is an example of what the liner notes will look like. It'll look like exactly how it's intended, either in a physical format, and artists and labels will be able to create liner notes specifically for the app. So liner notes can have a home instead of living on Wikipedia. Now, this gives the artist, label, and managers power that they've never had, power and data that they've never had before. They'll know who their most loyal fans are. They'll also know and be able to reward those fans and so forth. Now, let's move on to other aspects of this particular app. Now, for example, Cardi B, obviously huge fan, whatever the case may be. But let's just say if I'm a Sade fan and I want to purchase merchandise or whatever the case may be. Go purchase merchandise. I've earned 100 points. So basically through the app, you're going to also be able to purchase merchandise as well. So I will be able to purchase merchandise directly on this app as well. Now, let's just say for an artist that is actually coming out with an album, whatever the case may be, this is a unique situation because you get the chance to bundle or sell bundles that include different items all at once. Now, through the app, it's going to give the artists power like they've never had before. They'll be able to sell their bundles directly on the app. The fan will be able to earn points on these bundles. So this gives the fan more incentive to actually support their favorite artists. So vinyl merch bundle, 500 points. And I'll break down how the point system works shortly. But this gives the artists so much more power and data. They'll know who purchased bundles. They'll be able to offer them things down the line and so forth. And let's just say you want to release a new music video, but you only want your top fans to actually see it. Or you just want anyone that purchased your last album to see it first before it actually is unveiled on YouTube or whatever the case may be. So you're going to be able to do that on this app. Exclusive content you'll be able to have exclusively just for your top fans or just all of the fans that have supported your music so far. Now, you're going to also be able to purchase tickets to your shows, tours, things of that nature, all through Phanatiq. Now, this is giving the fan more incentive to actually support their favorite artists. Different aspects that is not shown here is you'll be able to have the fan share your music through the app and gain points. So even if a fan doesn't have enough money to support the artist in that way, they stream their music, whatever the case may be, they'll be able to earn points through streaming, and they'll be able to earn points by sharing their music on social media. Even if an actual fan doesn't have much money, they'll be able to support their favorite artists. Now, Lastly, I want to kind of break down how the actual point system works. The point system will work as you can see here. The bundle album purchase will have different weights than physical albums. Vinyl albums will have different weights than digital albums would have. So this is an example of what the weight system will look like. Merchants purchasing merchandise, special event attendance, things of that nature. There's going to be different points that you'll be able to gain and earn with this. So again, this gives the actual user the opportunity to get access to things that they couldn't otherwise had, not only earning through this particular app, but having the power that they've never had before. So in closing, this is just an overview of some of the features Phanatiq will be equipped with after it's launched later this year. We plan on having the application available in the US and other countries down the line. We've begun our seed round. If you're a member of the press and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And if you actually are an investor and you're wanting to get involved, or if you're just in the tech space and you would like to actually give us some advice, feel free to actually reach out to us. Thank you so much for your time, and get ready to gamify the music business.